Whoa, 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 whoa! Wow, Cosplay Mania 12 was great! I had such a great time. It was the best one so far.
Oh yeah, that's right. And it was the biggest one so far with over 15,000
Whoa.
attendees and some of the really great cosplayers who were in the event. In fact, Cosplay Mania was even trending in Yahoo.
Really? That's fantastic! But let me tell you, Pablo, let me ask you, what was your favorite moment in that event?
Of course, definitely, without any question, it was the Cosplay Tournament of Champions Third Impact Grand Finals. Yes, there were so many great performances, and the competition this year was really fierce. They brought it all to the table. Plus, we even managed to record the event from Eagle's Eye view, courtesy, of course, of our brand new camera crane.
Yes. Well, you know what my favorite event, the moment of the event is that the Cyberzone Cosplay Grand
Oh
Prix.
yes, that's right, the Grand Prix.
Where all these game characters came alive and right in front of me. Wow, look at those great costumes.
Yes, there were so many great details and craftsmanship. Yes.
And this great costumes made by these good cosplayers.
Yes, and that's right. In a few moments, we'll show the highlights of the biggest cosplay event in the Philippines, including glimpses of the activities held there, including the group, the solo, and even the Cyberzone Cosplay Grand Prix, like you mentioned.
Plus, we have not one but two special guests today. That's right, the Adventure Team right here in the studio.
Yes, Marco and Doms will tell us all about their experiences in Cosplay Tournament of Champions Third Impact. Plus, we'll have glimpses of Kaname and Rika and their performances in Cosplay Mania 12. So stay tuned because this is a very special episode. This is the Cosplay Show Cosplay Mania 12 Special! You know, Cosplay Mania 12 was an amazing experience, filled to the rim with great cosplay costumes from all over the country.
And this year, some of the absolutely best costumes made their debut in Cosplay Mania 12's Brother Project Cosplay Solo Contest.
That's right, and we have some of the highlights of that competition to show everyone. Let's check it out! As you can see, this is the Project Cosplay Solo competition.
Yes.
So some of the best solo cosplayers competed on this stage.
And now we're seeing the Predator.
Yes, it's one of my favorite characters.
Yes.
You know, and so it's a really detailed and expressive costume.
And we have so many categories that contest in this movie.
This is,
category.
yeah, I think this is one of the movie live action. This one, on the other hand, is from anime. I think
yes.
this is Pretty Cure, from the
Yes.
series Pretty Cure.
So that anime is for the girls.
For the young girls.
Yes. Actually, it's for everybody. I like this story.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is a really impressive giant-sized costume.
Yes, that's Sheila Millet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember her. She
Yes.
really has a thing for really big costumes.
She's really good in making these costumes, and she's really a good cosplayer. Wow, look at that!
Would you actually suggest having a costume that big, especially for girls?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Well, speaking of big costumes, this is actually a very well detailed costume.
Yes.
Yes, and this is, I think, from Char's Counterattack, the
Yes.
Hazabi.
That's a Gundam series.
Yes, that's a special Gundam
Okay.
movie.
Wow.
So that's Char's Counterattack, one of the best series for Gundam.
You know what I like about this costume is it's like a model kit.
Yeah, actually, it feels like it's like a. For me, it's like a toy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a little miniature toy that actually moves on stage. But it's amazing what they
Really
have
well
done.
done.
Yes.
Here's another one, and oh, it's a.
I think it's another Gundam.
Yes. I think it's a kid.
Really? That's a kid?
Yes.
Oh wow! It lights up.
So I think this kid was the little guy who cosplayed Voltron.
Voltron.
Yes.
Yes, and he leveled up his character here because it's a lot of lights, a lot of special effects.
Now
Speaking of special effects, now here's one. I think this is from the Final Fantasy series.
The Shiva Sisters.
Shiva Sisters.
Yes.
Did you actually play Final Fantasy?
Well, no, but I like their story, the graphics, and well, as you can see, the detail of this costume is really great.
This is actually an interesting costume because it's actually not just one costume, it's costumes that combine.
Yes,
it's like a combiner costume.
just like in the game.
Yes.
I think it's what they call summer.
And this is a real challenge, you know, when you look at it, you imagine how you can combine the characters.
It's not that easy to make this kind of character.
Yes, you have to really
costumes.
plan it. You have to really think about how to assemble the costume. So this is a really amazing costume. And I think they came up on top, right?
Yeah.
In the Cyberzone Cosplay Grand Prix. So
Mhm.
it's really deserving winner.
And now it's turning into a bike.
Oh, a bike.
And
Who's that person? Snow? I think it's Snow.
Yeah, the Snow. It's the one of the main characters of Final Fantasy 13. Am I right? 13. Wow, look at that. It's turning into a bike.
Yes.
Just like in the there's a figure that there's a bike.
Ah, okay. So it's actually based on a toy that does that.
Yeah, more like that. Well, we did it. Here's another Final Fantasy character.
I think this is from Dissidia, right?
Yes.
Yes. And this is, I think, the Warrior of Light.
Yes. Wow, look at that. I think he's the Grand Champion.
Yeah, I think he's the one who walked away with the embroidery machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Embroidery machine.
Oh, this is another costume that really amazed me. I think it's from Diablo.
Yes.
Diablo 3.
That's a
right?
barbarian.
Yes, barbarian
character. Look at the detail of his costume.
I really like the paint job. I really like the overall craftsmanship that went into this.
And you notice he can move very quick.
Oh, this is somebody I think we both know.
Yes, she guested in one of our episodes.
The
last episode.
Yes, this is Miss Jin Hoson.
Yes.
Right?
Look at that.
This is from Devil May Cry. I
Yes.
think Devil May Cry 3.
Dante?
Dante. Yes, Dante.
Oh, there's
Is
Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah.
Deadpool.
For a moment there, I thought it was Spider-Man, but
No.
it's actually Deadpool.
Deadpool.
So why is Deadpool fighting Dante?
Well, I don't know, but it's really great to see their skit. They have this tag thing, you know.
Like a tag team in
Yes.
wrestling.
Here's a very familiar character from
Street Fighter!
Yes.
That's Ryu. I think that's Ryu.
And I think that's Marco. Look at that move.
Someone who looks very
Yes. Wow, look at that move. Oh, it's gone. No, he's there.
Whoa.
Wow. Not to be outdone, we also have a group cosplay contest called Brother Project Cosplay Group Contest. And this year, we had groups that came from all the way from Laguna, Cagayan de Oro, and even Cebu competing. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that contest. This is the Brother Project Cosplay Group Competition. And
Wow, you said that so well.
yes, thank you. And now you are seeing this Grand Line Philippines. That's the name of the group.
Yes, I think this was one of the groups, local groups who attended this competition.
Yes, and what I think this is
One Piece.
One Piece from the series an anime, and you can see there's Luffy.
Wow, wait, who's that?
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style is really, what I mean, trend or
Yeah, it's a big phenomenon
Yes.
here in the Philippines. I think worldwide, actually, a lot of
and
people.
most of the cosplayers have, really.
Oh, this is Team Kenshin, and this is from one of my favorite series,
Yes.
Rurouni Kenshin or Samurai X here in the Philippines.
And there are the teams who won this competition.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I heard they actually won more than one prize. I think they also won the TV5 pay.
Yes.
Yes. So they walked away with big.
Do you know where they came from?
From
CDO.
Cagayan de Oro. Okay.
They came from Cagayan so far, yet they came here to compete.
Yes, well, it paid off for them because
Yes.
they won big
Yes.
in this one.
And they really did a good job. They really did justice to these characters.
Yes. And this series is actually one of my favorites and one of the memorable series. This is Clash of the Otakus. I think
Wow.
this is the third group. And from what I can see, this is from Full Metal Alchemist.
So how many groups we have competed?
I think we have 6 plus 1, 7 groups. Yes.
Really? Wow. And we have this fight scene.
I think this is more of a mashup. type cosplay competition. This is actually quite common. You know, usually if you can't fill out the whole group, you'll invite from another group to join, and that was like a mashup story.
Yes.
It's like one of those what if stories.
Wow, look at that. You know, it's not really just competing, but it's the fun of having these other cosplayers, you know.
Oh, look at this. This is Oversoul. This is from Cebu.
Oh, really?
This is
Wow.
the group you mentioned, I think, earlier. This is the group that flew all the way from Cebu to really compete in this contest.
It's like a nationwide competition.
Yeah, this is like a mini torch.
I mean, a group torch.
Yes.
Wow. Look at that. This, every year you see these groups really.
And I really like how, you know, the special effects like the red light plus the smoke effects, it really adds to the performances. And this is one of the grandest stages that you can really compete cosplay wise here in the Philippines, and it's a really great opportunity if you're looking for the next level group competition. This is it. Oh, speaking of the next level, this is one of the bigger competitors in this contest. This is like from Transformers, I guess.
You know, you really have to admire this group. You know, it's really hard to compete with these big bulky costumes that you have to practice. You have to really do a good job to make this happen. And so look at that. You have.
And you know, you're also have the extra challenge of being on stilts. So whatever you do, it's very restrictive. And like right here, they're actually dancing.
Yes.
You know,
That's very hard.
It's very hard from experience, right?
Yeah.
When you're dancing in a mecha costume, it's very difficult. So it's an extra challenge that you have to overcome.
There's another group. This is the first time I heard this group. The Quezon Otaku Society.
I think they're from Quezon province.
Oh really?
Yes. So this is really from all parts of the country.
Wow.
And some of the best cosplayers, you know, they form groups to really show off, you know, their style in this kind of competition.
Cosplay Mania has been known for all for the Philippines.
Not just in the Philippines, I think. Even in other countries, we're known as one of the events that you have to see.
Yes.
It's a must-see event.
I have some friends abroad. They want to come here during Cosplay Mania, planning next year.
Yeah, well, they're all welcome because you know it's really an international stage that you're playing.
There's another nice anime group, Macross Frontier Divas.
Diva, I think, is kind of like the girls that are attracted to you.
Thank you.
Actually, Diva, I think, is one of those. It's like an attitude rather than a person. It's like a person who's a superstar.
I heard them singing. They're really good singers.
Did they actually sing, or was it pre-recorded?
Well, I don't know. I think they really sang. I'm not really sure, but I heard it. I was in the backstage and I can hear them really good singing. Wow, look at that. It's like watching a concert.
Yes, it's like having a mini concert inside the event itself. We also have a brand new contest this year called the Cyberzone Cosplay Grand Prix, where the grand prize included a high-end laptop and an Android phones from Dell. Let's check out some of the clips from that contest. Okay, so this is, you mentioned this was your favorite, the Cyberzone Cosplay Grand Prix. And I think we're starting off with a character from Skyrim.
Yes, it's a very detailed costume.
And this is from Dynasty Warriors. Gubu.
You have to see this in person. It's really detailed costume.
And I think this is a special version of Lubu. It's the fiery version of Lubu. It's like special effects, like there's fire on the armor. So it's a really great design.
It's just a good.
Yes.
And there's another character from Diablo 3,
I think, the Barbarian.
Barbarian.
And this is one of those armors that actually is very well made. It doesn't look like it's made from rubber.
Yes. And he can move.
And he can, the mobility is very good. In fact, in the parts in his face, they move around if you see when he's moving. And this is, I think, from a game called Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. It's Axel.
Axel, yeah, that's great.
Wow. Yeah.
And you know what? Oh, here. This is from League of Legends.
Yes.
I think that's Lulu. Yeah, Lulu from League of Legends. That's a great character. It's one of those cute characters.
Yes.
But if you take a look at the props, there's a lot of detail there.
There's another character from League of Legends.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has this special string instrument.
It has a special. Is that a Chinese guitar?
Yes. Wow. And And
This is something that I'm not that familiar with. I think it's from Busu Saint Shinji.
Yes, it's if I'm correct, Arnval.
Arnval. Oh, okay.
And that's the cosplayer Daphne. She's from Baguio. She
Oh.
came here to join the
Actually,
competition.
a lot of I've seen some of the competitors. They come from as far as Cagayan
Yes,
or
yes,
Baguio,
ma'am.
all the other areas. Oh, this is from I think Monster Hunter.
Yes, the all-time favorite, Monster Hunter. They have great costumes in there.
They have very very nice detailed
Yes.
costumes. And the thing I like about them is the whole idea is the materials come from the monsters that they
Yes.
defeat. So it's a really great idea for costumes. This is, I think you know this one?
That's from Hyper Dimension. She's Neptunia.
Neptunia.
Neptunia. Right? But yeah,
Well, it looks very very interesting. And you know the nice thing about this kind of competition is you get to know about all these great characters
Yes,
and all these
yeah,
great games.
yes.
Like this one. This is from Elysium.
Elysium is a online game, am I correct?
Yes,
It's an
it's an online game.
Look at that.
I like the
Nice
LED,
detail. Yes.
also the LED effects, and how it doesn't hinder her movement. Oh, this is from Warcraft 3, right? This is Cardell, one of the heroes from
That's
Warcraft.
Dota.
No. Is it not?
I'm not really sure, but I don't play much about Dota, so that's the good thing about this competition. You learn a lot.
Yes, and you find out a lot of those characters that you don't like this one. This is actually from Diablo 3 also.
Yes.
Yes, this is I think Archangel Tyrell.
Tayo.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. Good. Nicely done.
Very very detailed costume. And this is one from one of my favorite games, Halo.
Halo.
And this is, I think, one of the Spartan characters.
Yes.
And I really enjoy the game because I used to play it, especially multiplayer. It's a
We
lot
met
of
him
fun.
in Cebu.
Yeah.
From Cebu.
Yeah, he came all the way
And
from
he
Cebu.
said that costume was made from fiberglass.
Yes, so it's actually one of the more difficult. And if you notice, he also added lights. So it's a great costume. This is another one from Dragona Online. A lot of online games this year.
Yes.
Yes, and they all fought for that chance to have their own laptop.
Really?
Yeah. And remember, not only the laptop, there were also two phones.
Wow.
Two phones that were Android phones. So you can browse, you can do anything you want. That's similar to an iDevice.
And here's another character from Diablo 3, Demon Hunter. It's a female character.
Is it? I
Yes.
can't tell.
It's a female character.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Wow.
This is from Final Fantasy 13.
Yes.
I think this is the Shiva sisters, right?
Shiva sisters.
One of the Shiva sisters. And I think this is one of those costumes that's actually very, very difficult to maneuver. I can imagine because the weight allocation looks like a lot of it's on their head.
Yeah.
So is it dangerous to?
Yeah, it's really hard to make that one, and it's very dangerous. So you really have to plan for it.
Well, speaking of really, really cute, characters, this one from Lineage 2 was the best chibi, I think,
Yes.
winner, and it's a great costume, lots of detail, and proves that even kids can cosplay.
Of course, the main event of Cosplay Mania 12 was Cosplay Tournament of Champions Third Impact.
This nationwide competition saw the best from all over the country as they vie for the right to represent the Philippines and to defend the Philippine title in Anime Festival Asia 12's Asian Regional Cosplay Championships.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that competition.
This is, of course, Cosplay Tournament of Champions Third Impact Grand Finals. And this is the team from Cagayan de Oro. This is Team March Omega. And I think they did Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yes, I think it's an arcade
Yes.
game. And as you can see, there's That's Mega Man, right?
No, that's not. That's Zero.
Zero!
Yes.
Yes! Zero, wow, I like the costumes. Very detailed.
Yes, and their fight scenes are very well choreographed.
Yes.
And that's one thing you really have to do is you have to practice these skits because there's a lot of things can go wrong. And one thing that you have to think about is also that there will be things that will go wrong. You have to really adjust to it, like the costume problems. You have those.
And
This is from Dynasty Warriors.
Yes, and that's the team from Iloilo.
Yes,
That's
Team Bangay.
Yes. I think they're the guys who joined last year.
Mm-hmm. and they had different costumes, and they had such a big improvement
Yes.
last year.
That's the thing I like this team. They really improve on their skit, their costumes. Wow, look at that. Whoa.
Yes, and they're very nice facial expressions.
Yes.
I really like.
Yes. Good actors.
Yes.
Good actors.
And they did something that no other team did, was they approached the judges.
Yes. Wow, here's a group from Cebu.
Yes, this is I think Team Madao.
And cosplaying from the series
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Yes, Soul Calibur.
And that's we're seeing Nightmare.
Yes. And I think there were 3 Nightmares in
Yes.
this competition. And 4 Soul Calibur teams.
Yes. But they're different versions.
Yes. And not only that, their opponents are also different.
Well, if you cannot, there's slow motion moment. See, I think that's really great to have this.
It's something that adds a little extra to your
Yes.
skit because it's a cinematic. It's something you usually see
Yes.
in motion pictures that adds a lot of drama.
And this is Team CGA Mount Fested. They're from the team from Davao.
Yes, and I think they also did Soul Calibur.
Yes.
But did you see the eye? The eye was moving.
Yeah.
So they had technically it was very well done costume.
Yes, and that's Anjali. And she's from Davao.
And I really like the level of craftsmanship in the
Yes.
costumes. They're very impressive. If you see a lot of their weapons light up,
Yes.
and they have a lot of great effects.
Comparing last year, the teams really improved from skit, costumes, even the videos.
Yes, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they know that they're defending defending the Philippine title this year. This is Team Potato. This was from Baguio.
Yes.
And yet another Soul Calibur.
But this is another version of Soul Calibur. As you can see, the Nightmare is kind of different.
I think it's just a different version of the game. They have to usually come out with a different version of the costume. Also.
Yes.
So it's a great way of really adding your signature to the costume.
Wow, look at that. It's really hard to move in that kind of costume.
Yes.
And somehow the teams pull it off.
This is one of the teams that's actually not from a game, but an anime. This is from Saint Seiya, and this is Team Banana Yogurt.
From Saint Seiya?
Yes, Saint Seiya.
Wow.
It's actually one of the older animes. You see,
The arrows are
the arrow, and the arrow is the other side and lights up also.
Wow. Look at that.
I like the drama in their skit, and they had a lot of really nice tension between the characters, and you got to feel the characters very well. Like here, this is a very dramatic scene.
I wonder why they call themselves Banana Yogurt.
I think they were just very hungry. They're yellow. Banana yogurt is yellow, so
Gold.
That's
gold.
gold. Yeah.
And here's the Team March Haru.
I think they were the runners-up.
Yes.
The runner-up team. They're from Bacoor, so they're from Cavite.
And wow, look. You know what's great about this team? The detail of their costume.
Yes, they had some of the most detailed costumes. You can look everywhere on their costume, you'll see detail.
All small details. You can see in their costumes. You got to have the heart, the passion to make that kind of costume.
And this is a really nice ender there, where he decapitated the character. So it's a great skit and great performances overall. There you have it. Now everyone, stay tuned because right after the break, we will give you some first-hand insights from our very own AFA Philippine representatives, the Cosplay Tournament of Champions, 3rd Impact Grand Champions! Welcome back to the Cosplay Show, and get ready for the Cosplay Mania 12 Special. With us today are the Grand Champions of the Cosplay Tournament of Champions 3rd Impact, the Adventure Team. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause to
Marco Villaluz,
and Domingo Ong.
Adventure Club! Whoa! Wow!
Wow, we should have one of those for ourselves.
Well, first of all, was this the time that you guys participated in Cosplay Mania?
Yeah, the first time.
For me, it hasn't been because I've been an attendee for quite a number of years, and actually I joined Torch last year in the Manila leg.
Yeah.
Well, how about you?
Well, for me, last year I tried to join, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I wasn't able to. But I guess this year something changed.
So it's really your first year to really experience the event.
Yeah.
Well, how does it compare, with other conventions here in the Philippines?
Using one word to say it, it's grand.
Grand.
Yeah.
Grand for the Grand Champions.
Well, how about Marco? Have you met other cosplayers from other parts of the country?
Yes, I was able to meet a lot of friends because usually I just talk to them online, but now I was able to meet some of my friends from Davao, Cebu, Iloilo, and hi guys.
How about have you met some
International cosplayers,
foreign cosplayers?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we met a lot of cosplayers from Singapore, like Vio actually. Vio is one of our friends.
Actually, I heard that there were even some cosplayers from the UK.
Oh.
There were some from the US, of course, and some people from Malaysia. So it's really an international convention in a way. Well, you know what? Last year, was it last year? No, it was just earlier this year.
Yeah.
Marco had his own. We had our own interview with Marco, and he announced that he had another team up for Torch 3 with somebody else. And I'm curious, Marco, when did you decide to team up with Domingo or Doms?
With Dom, it was because I had an original plan with a different partner, but due to unforeseen circumstances, because of we had logistics problems and time constraint because of we had conflicting schedules.
So he's your ex-partner.
Ex-partner.
So actually, if it's from Soul Calibur, he's your ex-Calibur.
Well, anyway, we have a video, so let's take a look at our Grand Champions winning performance.
Wow, what an entrance to your skit.
Thank you.
Well, I really like the video and the location. Where did you film this?
I think it was Laia, was it?
Yeah, in Batangas.
I like your performance. You focused less on elaborate armors and more on mobility. So it allowed you to really perform to peak capacity. Was this a conscious decision on your part?
Yeah, because we wanted to move. We wanted to flow like water.
Yeah, because big armor is really nice, but it restricts your movement.
Yeah, I like the scenery, the background, because it really fits the character and the story. It's really beautiful. It's awesome.
It's a nice backdrop for the whole thing. Okay, let's take a look at the performance now.
Wow.
And as you can see, it's a very, very high impact performance. It focuses on a lot of martial arts moves, right?
Yeah.
And I've noticed the video of the background is really great. It fits the story, the action. And I'd like to ask both of you guys, who did the choreography?
With regards to the choreography, both of us helped on building it. But I have to say, it was more on Dom's part because he's the mastermind of all the stunts. Yeah, so we were able to mix and match the moves, and I'm very satisfied with how it came out.
Was it very difficult to match up with the sounds? When you're doing your skit? Because you have sound effects, right?
Yeah,
clashing.
yeah.
Was it very difficult to do that?
We had cues, so we just had to.
So it's like a practice. You really have to practice it.
Now you just gotta listen.
Listen. Oh, okay.
Gotta listen.
So that's also a reason why you don't have a heavy armor,
Yeah, right.
so that you can also listen. I noticed also on your skits there's a lot of acrobatic falls. which is one of the things that actually makes a big difference between your team and the other teams that perform. I noticed that they look very painful. Are they actually quite painful? How are you used to it after how many falls on the head? You know, you don't remember that.
Wait. Who am I? No, but it would hurt if you made a mistake. Like, cause there's a proper way of like falling. So if you made a mistake, it would certainly hurt. But what would hurt more?
Oh, like that one. Like
Yeah. Yeah. What would hurt more if like I wasn't able to do it properly in such a way that I would entertain the people? Like, yeah.
So well, look at it this way: if you did mess up, at least you don't have to act as much.
Yeah.
There's realism.
Yeah.
There's realism to it.
And I really like how you had the facial expressions and the desperation here in this segment. So it's a nice interaction, and it's a big contrast between the characters.
Wow, look at that drama. Drama.
No, give my home. No.
Wow, from that clip, how did you decide on Soul Calibur as the series that your group would cosplay?
Well, it took us a little bit of time to deliberate because we actually had 3 titles in mind.
Yeah.
And one of them was Tiger and Money and
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors, yes,
Yeah,
that's a great game. I used to play that game. And Tiger Bunny, I think that's also the series where Reika, one of our guests, was cosplaying from.
That's an anime.
Yes, it's an anime. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, tell us what kind of preparations you had to do to prepare for this kind of competition.
First we had to think of the moves.
Yeah, that's right.
And
So choreography was first.
yeah. No, we had to like throw ideas in, like I need to do this. After that, let's do this.
Well, at what specific point did you decide that we'll not go for the bulky costumes and we'll go for the more streamlined costumes with the more flashy martial arts moves?
I think that came as a first for us.
That was our top priority.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the outset, you already had that in mind.
Yeah, your team probably has the least amount of armor in comparison to the other
Actually.
competitors.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did you come up with the decision of focusing on more on mobility and less on bulky, big armor?
Yeah, were you concerned because especially when you saw all the other teams? Actually, they had very very intricate costumes which lit up and had all these effects. Were you concerned that maybe steering away from that would be the wrong decision?
Well, with that, we wanted to stay true to the skills that we have, and we're big fans of fighting games and martial arts movies, action movies, right? So we wanted to show the audience what we could do with our martial arts skills, and of course, we chose the 2 characters, Kilik and Mitsurugi, because they're our favorite characters, and what do you think about your character?
For me, I had a great freedom for mine because he can use any weapon, but I chose his staff because it's when you move it, it's really flashy and it has a really long range. So.
And it's also a nice contrast because you have the shorter, faster weapon compared to the longer, but more reach weapon. Oh, actually, one thing I was really curious about is that during Cosplay Tournament of Champions, there were a lot of teams that did Soul Calibur. Was that a concern? From the very beginning,
I was about to ask that because at least we have other 3 other teams going to play Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you saw this? Oh no, it's another Soul Calibur. Was that a big problem for your team?
Just no. But we were actually really surprised when we saw it. We never imagined there would be so much Soul Calibur. There came to a point na we were almost calling it Soul Calibur Mania.
It was a running joke.
Yeah, it was.
Because we were planning on competing in the North Edsel League, and then we would see the other champions hailing Soul Calibur characters, so we were We were a bit. How do I say?
They're like tentative or concerned.
We were a bit concerned because they might get tired of the series.
Yes.
Oh no.
Good for it.
So,
And remember, we have 3 nightmares.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this costumes are really greatly done by this cosplayers.
I think somebody even came up with United Colors of Nightmare.
But really, we really have to give credit to these cosplayers who really did a good job.
Yeah, they really
I mean, awesome costumes was done.
Well, from the costumes to the judges, you know, we had some really amazing judges this year. We had people like Kaname, Reika, and Songwen. You know, these are actually, you know, just to make it more fair for everybody, they're basically judges that are from abroad.
Yeah.
So they really don't have, you know, home court advantage.
Yeah.
You know, so how did it feel being judged by these kinds of people, and does it ante up the stakes? Does it make it more of a higher stakes than other competitions?
It was a great honor for us.
Yes, that's
But
true.
yeah, but in essence, it was actually the same because the stakes were the same. We were out there to show our best,
and well, basically, well, we are very thankful that that our guests of honor were there to judge what everybody prepared for the actual tournament. But in the end, it's still a matter of how much you did your performance, and it doesn't really matter who the judges are. You have to give it your best. So it all boils down to what you can showcase to everybody.
Boils down to desire, heart,
Heart.
spirit, Captain Planet.
the power is yours.
Yes, and finally, how does it feel to be the official Philippine team in Asia Regional Cosplay Competition? Who do you think is the biggest threat will be in this competition?
Well, we can't really say at the moment because we've never seen any videos.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a well-kept secret. It's on lockdown. Yeah.
From previous competitions, from previous years, who do you think will be your toughest? You know, like I saw Thailand came up with some great performances. Indonesia,
Indonesia,
Thailand.
Well, with regards to that, we still can't say because we have a new batch of competitors. It probably the country from last year may have done something extreme, or you know, we could be expecting something from that particular country, but we still can't tell because everybody always has an ace up their sleeve.
So does it make you even more nervous? You want to? You know, is it a mental chess game?
Excited.
Yeah, but
Pretty excited.
Well, I'm sure this will be a very, very exciting competition in Singapore.
Yes, definitely. It's one to watch.
Yes.
Well, thanks again to Marco and Doms for joining us for this very special episode of the Cosplay Show. Do you have any last words or messages to your hundreds and hundreds of fans out there?
Well, do we have one?
Or at least the one over there.
But I have a question for you.
What team is it?
Adventure Team!
Well, I think that's the reason they won.
Do you do that when you're in the bathroom? Adventure Team!
Well, again, thank you, Marco and Doms.
Thank you very much.
Right after break, we'll have a detailed look at Cosplay Mania 12.
Yes, so look out for that.
Very good. And the most common name for that big costume is called Greco. Greco Triple A. Here's a nice picture.
Well,
It's lovely.
This is Pablo Byron,
And Guy Singson.
and welcome to the Cosplay Show. Welcome back to the Cosplay Show. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of items that are available right now at the Cos Shop.
That's right, and if you don't know about the Cos Shop yet, it's an online shop where you can get a ton of cosplay related merchandise. You can browse to it by typing shop.cosplay.ph in your web browser. Again, shop.cosplay.ph.
Well, our very first item was launched during Cosplay Mania 12 and is a Cosplay Snapshots Volume 3. Let's take a look at that. It's right here.
Woo! That's right, and this year Cosplay Snapshots Project Volume 3 is bigger than ever with a whopping 120 pages of some of the best cosplay photos this year.
Yes, let's take a look at some of those photos. Here we go, our first photo from the book. This is, I think, from Vocaloid, and it's a great picture because you have so many different cosplayers, and the splash of color is really, really amazing.
And here's another, looks formal.
It's more of a dramatic, you know,
Gothic
look.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's a very, very cool. This one is more of a scenery type. You know, it has great backgrounds, it has great set locations. You know, that's one thing that a lot of people, they just go to the studio to have the photos taken. This is really shows how effective, good backdrop is.
And here's another great looking picture. You know, what I like about these pictures are less Photoshop.
Yes.
Less Photoshop.
Actually, I think part of the rules is you're not supposed to
Oh, okay.
Photoshop.
Wow. So
I
more challenging.
Yes, you can kind of tweak it a little bit. Like here, you know, it's more of a dramatic type photo, but you're not supposed to, you know, take your cosplay photo and stick it to a nice background.
So you'll have to. I mean, I'm not a photographer, so you really have to be a good lights, you know.
Lighting, setting, you know, composition of the
Yes.
photos. You know, all those things have to be part of the contest.
And
Here's of course the winning entry, and it's really amazing because it's a nice tweak. It's basically like saying almost like a different world in like a mirror world, and it's a great statement on cosplay because of the duality of cosplay.
Yes.
So how much is this book?
Well, it's available for only 300 pesos. But wait, there's more. If you buy the bundle, it's only 500 pesos.
Wow, 500 pesos.
That's
That's
a
for
huge-
3.
Yes, that's a
For
huge
3
saving.
books. Wow. You know, photos are great, but personally, I prefer video.
Well, you're in luck because we also have the Cosplay Mania 12 DVD available soon. The 2-hour DVD contains some of the biggest highlights of the biggest cosplay event in the country, and is only available for only 150.
Wow, 150 pesos,
Yes.
and you get 2 hours worth of video.
Yes.
But you know what would make your whole Cosplay Mania 12 experience complete?
What?
Your own souvenir shirt, and we
Wow.
have that right here. It's called the Puking Rainbows, right?
Wow.
And you know what? This is available at the Cos Shop right now for just 200 pesos. You can find, in fact, you can find all these items and more at the Cos Shop, so check it out. That's at shop.cosplay.ph. Again, that's at shop.cosplay.ph. And that's it for the Cosplay Mania 12 special episode of the Cosplay Show.
Cosplay Mania 12 was a great ride, but we have a big announcement for all the Cosplay Show viewers.
Wow, I wonder what that is.
Cosplay Mania 13
Wow.
will be on October 5 and 6, 2013! So make arrangements, book your flights and hotel accommodations because the Cosplay Mania 13 promises to raise the bar in cosplay events here in the Philippines once more.
That's right, and it means more international guests, more original contests, so watch out for announcements throughout the year about Cosplay Mania 13. Also, we're gearing up for, of course, the second season of the Cosplay Show. So, people, show your support by liking and sharing our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/thecosplayshow.
Of course, we'd like to thank our producer Zenith, video editor and animator Jason Tapel, and our marketing director Henry De Dios, assistant director John Magat Jr., and of course our director Alex Sibog. But we'd also like to thank Ervingo for the lights, and of course our special guest, Team Adventure, Marco and Doms. Good luck, guys! Team Adventure!
The show is looking for advertisers for next season, so if you'd like to advertise with us or you would like us to review your cosplay related product, please email us at hdidios@cosplay.ph. Again, this is Pablo Byron.
And guys, sing on!
Until next season, good night and keep cosplaying!